Hi, welcome to the Simple Logistics channel. Today we are going to talk about a production planning tool, which is the MRP. I'll share a few slides with you and I will try to explain in a very straightforward way how MRP works. So MRP stands for Material Requirements Planning. MRP is usually called MRP 1 because there is an evolution of MRP, which is the MRP 2, which stands for Manufacturing Requirements Planning. But for now, I will explain the MRP 1 production planning method. So here we have an example of a very simple, it's a simplified version of a product. So our final product is a bicycle, and our bicycle is made of a frame, one frame per bicycle, and wheel, two wheels per bicycle. The wheel composed by a tire. So you can call these the BOM or bill of material. This is the BOM, bill of material level 0. This is the sellable product, the end product. This is the BOM level 1. So these are components or systems that are used to assemble the BOM level 0. And here you have the BOM level 2, which is a subcomponent or a subsystem of parent part or parent system. And here we have our production demand. So these numbers usually come from marketing or sales department. Sales department brings an information about demand, that we have a demand for 1,200 bicycles. So we need to produce at least 1,200 bicycles to fulfill market demand. And since we need 1,200 bicycles, and each bicycle is made of one frame, we can also conclude that we need 1,200 frames. Since each bicycle requires two wheels, we can conclude that we need 2,400 wheels. And since each wheel is made of one tire, we can conclude that we need 2,400 tires. So this is our total demand, but we also need to know how much we can produce per units of time. It can be day, shift, week, month. The more fine planning that you want to have, you use smaller time units. But here, just for simplification, we are going to use weeks. So these are our capacities and lead times. Final assembly line for the bicycles has the capacity to assemble 1,000 bicycles per week. Our wheel assembly line has the capacity to assemble 2,000 parts per week. Our tire supplier has the capacity to assemble 1,000 parts per week. And all lead times here, our assembly times, are of 1 week per lot. The tire manufacturer, for example, it will require 1 week since he received the order until he can deliver these lot of 1,000 parts to the company. And the departments will need, the wheel assembly department will need 1 week to deliver these lots of 2,000 parts to the final assembly line, and final assembly line will require 1 week to assemble these lots of 1,000 bicycles and deliver to the stock. These are the capacities and lead times for our example company. And here we are going to create a production master plan. We will create columns, and each column will represent a week. And here we put all the departments, so stock, bicycle assembly, frame welding, wheel assembly, and finally the tire manufacturer, which will start manufacturing, will start production before anybody else, because his product or his component is the lower level component. So it's the first one that needs to be ready so we can produce the bicycles. How it will end up, this master plan? Something like this. So our whole production capacity will be limited by the tire manufacturer capacity. His capacity is it's a bottleneck for our company. So he can deliver only 1,000 tires per week. So when we order 1,000 tires in week 1, here, he will deliver 1,000 tires 1 week later, in week 2, for the wheel assembly area. Wheel assembly area and frame welding will deliver their parts to the bicycle assembly a week later. These parts will reach the bicycle assembly line on week 3. So our capacity is to assembly 1,000 bicycles. Why not assembly 1,000 bicycles? Because we'll not have enough wheels. So you cannot work faster here than your previous processes. So if the bottleneck is right here at the beginning of at the first process, then all other process will work with lower efficiency. So they will operate like 50% of the time, or they will operate with a 50% capacity. And the bicycle assembly here will also require 1 week to finish this lot. So these 500 bicycles will be ready and delivered to the stock area, the finished goods stock area, only 1 week for. As you remember, the demand was for 1,200 bicycles. We'll only have more than 1,200 bicycles in stock by week 6. So at the end of week 4, we'll have 500 bikes in stock. At the end of week 5, we'll have 1,000 bikes in stock. And only by week 6, we'll have more than 1,200 bikes to deliver to the end customer, or to have available for our sales department. When you have this information based on bill of material, capacities, and lead times, then the logistics area can tell sales and marketing that required number of product, of finished product, can be delivered by week 6, or 5 weeks from now. This is how we use MRP on the real world. This is how MRP works. I hope that you guys now have a clear understanding of how MRP works. If not, if you still have questions or doubts, please leave in the comments below. And if you like, please hit like, share, subscribe to our channel. Okay? Thank you. Bye.